What an unusual construction. I've seen many things in my life, but that... Looks like the workers' washroom. What did they wash with, since water's so rare around here? A positronic secured lock. Did they have to turn on the water here first? The code on the bottom of this locker has been rendered illegible on purpose. I assume the owner didn't want anyone else getting their hands on his stuff. I can't identify the code on the bottom of this locker. These look like lockers for miners or guards. There's normally a way to let them down somehow. There are codes engraved in the bottom. I could just enter the code from this locker into the key. You can always rely on the Arcanides. Anything that proves effective becomes a standard that lasts for a very long time. Well, tidy it isn't. I wonder if I'll find anything useful in here. The strap here is made of elastomer. Could be stratoplast. I could just enter the code from this locker into the key. I assume nobody's opened this locker in centuries. What do we have here? A file or a screwdriver or a bottle opener? No idea, but tools always come in handy. I could just enter the code from this locker into the key. Ah, it's broken off. Great. So much for Arcanide craftsmanship. Let's see what the former owner of this locker left behind. Ugh. Looks like most of it's no longer useful. What's that hard thing? A metal rod. I'm sure it'll come in handy. I'm curious to see whether this will really... Ouch! Whoa, it's live. All I'm going to get for my pains are burnt fingers. If I wrap this elastomer, or whatever this is, around here, the stick will be completely insulated. Great. If only everything in life was so easy. Well, look, the metal rod seems to be the missing handle. Wonderful. Now I should be able to use the switch. According to that symbol, it could be a switch used to activate the power. It doesn't have a noticeable effect, though. No chance. This lever hasn't been moved by anyone in centuries. No chance. This lever hasn't been moved by anyone in centuries. What a strange arrangement. It could be a lock or a kind of mechanism. Okay, and what's this gadget for? Pretty narrow. It's too unstable, and there's way too much of a drop for me to try walking across it. The light's certainly not coming from the surface of the moon. I'm much too deep down for that. There must be an artificial light source around here somewhere. The prisoner's quarters. Something about an experimental wing. I can't make out any more. There are a few names. Jeffer Zalem? Beol Grant? Narthum. Just a minute. Quentin Bartholomew. Doesn't sound like an Arcanide name. QB. Quater Bat. Well, it would make sense. The doors are welded shut from this side. Whatever's behind them isn't supposed to get out. What's that? It looks like a seatbelt or a swing. These signs warn people against entering the quarters. They're pretty insistent. Danger of death, plague, toxins, biological agents. And what on earth could have happened here? The rails for this vehicle to run on. They move and yet they're fixed. It's as if they've been welded. What a strange design. You can't get in there. Those are huge sewage pipes. And judging by the way they stink, I wouldn't want to go in there anyway. Wow, what a wind! That must be a shaft or the ventilation system. It could be difficult to get through there. I'm not going to be able to get through there. The ventilator would just carve me up. And here's the sign of the tour cell again. They seem to have controlled the whole moon, and perhaps they still control it now, even the ventilation shafts. A warning sign erected by the Arcanide government. Turning off the ventilators is punishable by law. I don't know if it's such a good idea to try to get in there.